One issue I did run into is people. So far, I've run into a few calls where they're just consistently saying that they're too busy.
Too busy. Okay, so that's a big objection for you then.
Yeah.
Too busy to get started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I would typically do with that, and what do you typically do right now when someone tells you, "Yeah, I'm too busy to get my A&P"? What do you say?
So what Deshaun was teaching me is pretty much saying, okay, well, I understand it's too busy, but making the effort to get this done right now is only going to help you in the future. It's like this, the time you take to invest in yourself. I understand this is something that can get in the way of your busy life, but like I try to interject it as in, it's never going to stop being busy.
Yes, but how do people respond though? Like, okay, and so this is a difference, right? Very important thing to know in sales, Donnie. What we teach you, so what Deshaun teaches you, what I teach you, it's only as effective as if you can pull it off yourself with the same exact words and the same exact tonality and the same exact conviction. And so it's like, in other words, it doesn't matter if you can't pull it off properly. So let's do it. Let's do a role play. Okay. So I'm a prospect. You called me. And I go, yeah, Donnie, A&P is something I plan to do probably next year because I'm like 2 years out, 2 years from ETSing. But I'm too busy right now, I think, for this year because my wife just had a kid and my unit's like doing some kind of rotation. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just busy, man.
Yeah. So the biggest thing I just want to make sure you be aware of that your 180 day out ETS can affect your Air Force goal for the Air Force to fund it.
Oh, I mean, I could do it like in 6 months then, I suppose, or like in 8 months.
You can do it in 6 months, and I understand that. But just be very, very, just really like make sure you're securing this opportunity for the future. That way, it's under your belt, and not have to necessarily worry about it in the future. And just kind of get it done and over with, if possible.
Okay. Good, nice, Donnie. Pause. Well done for your first role play with me. I'll give you some feedback. Number one, you should slow down. When you slow down, it gives you more confidence. When you speed up, it sounds like you are like justifying yourself.
Yeah.
So the first thing is to slow down. Second thing is always respond with an acknowledgement. So always say things like the second time you did it, but the first time you didn't. You always say, "Oh, I understand that you're busy. I'm busy too. We're all busy." Something like that, where it breaks the ice. Right. So first, right, slow down. Second, acknowledge. Now here's the third thing you want to do. Third thing you want to do is say, okay, yeah, I know. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations on having a baby. That's fantastic. I like how you went with the Air Force cool thing. Hey, right, 6 months out, blah, blah, blah. Cool. And he's like, oh, yeah, but I can do it in 8 months. Then here's what you should do next. Hey, Donnie, I'm just curious, right? What is the difference in 8 months versus now? I mean, you'll still be busy in 8 months. Like, I would ask that question next, right? And then see how they respond. So you always want to ask questions, because that's going to uncover deep-rooted issues of why. So, for example, if you ask me that question, ask me what I asked you.
So what's the difference between waiting 6 months and 8 months right now?
But do it with the right tonality. So, hey, Joel, out of curiosity, or hey, Joel, before I let you go. So hit that, right? You got to hit that line. Yeah.
So, okay. Hey, Joel, before I let you go, I'm just curious, in your situation, what's the difference between getting it done now or waiting 8 months?
I just think in 8 months, my kid would be older. He'll be like almost a year old. And maybe my unit's like less busy. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand that. I just, the situation that I think you may run into is life is going to continuously get busier, especially when it gets closer to the end of your enlistment. So maybe securing this opportunity now may be more beneficial. And I'm just letting you know that wow, did I do it again? Went too fast?
No, you're good. I'm gonna give you a better response, but better tonality, good. Okay. Slow down. Let's slow down a bit more. When someone tells you things like, I don't know, my unit might get busier and my kid might be older and he'll be one. Think for like before you just respond. Think. Okay, first, like, does it make sense that number one, a unit will get less busy? Maybe not. But does it make sense that a 1-year-old kid is going to be less work, right? Because have you been a dad before?
Oh yeah, I have a 12-year-old daughter.
Even better. Then you literally call them out and say, yo, Joel, like, with all due respect, but that doesn't really make sense because I'm a father of a 12-year-old kid, and I can tell you right now, when they get older, is more work. So you technically have less work right now. Yeah. So why not let's get you in, and you can actually make a better career for yourself when you get out and have high, like, see. You see the way I'm I'm positioning and redirecting, right? And I'm pitching.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Now it's gonna take you time, but then I think do you understand what I'm doing today?
Yeah, no, I understand. You're just trying to read it because I don't know what it is, but to me, like I want to, like, okay, I'm trying to remold, like, get this done and over with, because it's only going to get worse if you wait. But that makes more sense in my head. It's more of like, wait, acknowledge, understand your process, understand wanting to wait till your kid's 1 year old. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a daughter. She's 12 years old.
Yeah,
Life has really
and that's
gotten
powerful
busy.
because that's your personal story now.
Yeah.
And now I can't deny it.
Yeah.
Why? Because you've lived it and I haven't.
Yeah.
So if you tell me that a 1-year-old kid is more work, who am I to say that's not true?
True.
And then if now you say, then now I go, oh, you're right. And you say, oh, but your unit's not going to get less busy. You guys are getting ready for a deployment. That's why you guys are on rotation. Do you really think that your units? And then I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. But see, you didn't do that. So you need to think of when the prospects say something, how do you use that real life example and like, right? Make it, yeah. I hope that helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to, I don't know. It's weird because it's so new for me. I kind of get a little excited. So I need to be like, I need to try really hard to be like the quick to listen, slow to speak type thing. Like, all right,
Correct. I know exactly how you feel, because that was me when I first started sales too. So all you have to do, let me give you a few tips, is whenever someone says something, you can actually take a pause. Just slow down. Just think about what they say. Don't rush to speak. Don't rush to say anything. Sometimes silence is magic in sales, right? If you just even don't say anything for like 5 seconds, people might be like, hello, are you there? But it's okay because they just want to confirm. And then what you do is then you think and you say, okay, he's saying that he is a baby and this unit is going on rotation. What does that mean? Okay. Well, let me ask him, what's the difference? In my mind, I'll be like, what Joel is saying makes no sense, because I have a 12-year-old kid and I know when baby was older, it was a lot tougher. Let me tell him that. See, then you would make the connection in your mind.
Yeah.
Because right now you're just thinking of what to say. You're not thinking, you're not actually thinking deep enough.
Yeah.
You're trying to respond fast, but it's not, right?
Yeah, it's not like getting off the phone quicker is going to help the case. In fact, kind of slowing down's better. Because
as long as you take your time to think deeper, you'll be golden.
Yeah.
All right. Because what if I said this? I said, hey, Donnie, I'm busy right now because I'm busy right now because actually, I'll be in I just found out I'll be I'll be actually changing station to Korea. I'll be in Camp Humphreys for the next year. I'm actually moving out to Korea in 2 months. You see, now you have to think of a different response. Yeah. Right? Because you're not gonna use your kid. So like you got to think through that, right? Yeah. So what could you say? What could you say? If someone said they have to go to overseas station, what would you say?
I would say if you're specifically going after the gold course, you can knock that out within a 3-hour course before the 2 months in the PCS process.
Yeah. And could they even do it virtually when they're in Korea?
They could do it virtually. That would be my next piece. Like if they're doing the A&P, I would say, well, that's awesome because we offer the A&P course virtually.
Exactly. So let's get you signed up right now so we can lock in your seat for March, for April.
Yep.
See, now I'm showing you how to think through this. Right. Yeah. And this is the important part of sales.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it helpful today, what I've shared with you?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. It's nice. Honestly, I think getting the perspective, like Deshaun has been great, but like you said in the very beginning of this, he executes it his own way. And I've been trying to piggyback off the way he does it. So trying to break to my own he did say that he noticed a difference when I was able to close the first one. I'm trying not to get more excited, but to me, the biggest thing, as soon as I don't know if they can see the number pop up or whatever it is, because what I've been running into is like, oh, I don't have time to talk. So I'm saying, okay, I understand you don't have time to talk now, but if I send you an email with this link, can you schedule a time that's more convenient for you? And I'll try and keep them on the phone long enough.
Oh, I see. So the objection is I don't have the time to talk. Not I'm done time. Okay, got it. So when someone says, okay, got it. I misunderstood. I thought the whole time was I don't have time to take the program. Okay.
No, both. That has been both. Yeah.
Both. Okay. So for the one, let me, yeah, I think you did it right. It says I don't have time to talk. Great, no problem. Here's the link. Yeah, that's fine. Here's the link. Book a time with me. But you can even do this. You can go, look, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got my calendar open right now. Are you available tomorrow at 3 p.m.? Like you could actually just go in straight for the kill.
Gotcha.
What's your day looking like tomorrow? Oh, okay, 5 p.m. No problem. Damn.
Yeah, there's someone in Alaska that I need to be, because this is the second time I've called them and I've sent them a link this time. Then if I do have to, I send a task to follow up, and if I call him next time and he says he's at work again or he can't do it, I'm gonna literally put a reminder on that, open up my calendar saying, okay, cool, I have my calendar open. You tell me right now what's a good time. I'll put it on my calendar for you.
Exactly. And then if he gives you pushback, just be like, hey man, I'm here because I care about you, because I want you to get a certificate that you can get for free. I don't want you to let it expire, man. That's why I'm pushing. It's not because I'm trying to push you. I'm just trying to make sure you don't, like, you can always explain that to people, right? Like, you're trying to help them, right? Yeah.
I think those have been the only barriers. I think this afternoon, Deshaun has a 1 o'clock. Other than that, he's gonna try and let me do a bunch of calls on my own.
Yeah.
And honestly, just getting that raw experience. And then when I have the questions, write them down and then ask you and
Come back on Wednesday and Friday. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
That's how we roll. That's it. Simple.
Cool.
Right. Every time you get a new objection, you bring it on here.
Yeah.
Because I can help you through like almost any objection. Then I'll show you. I won't just give you the answer. I'll teach you how to think for the answer, so that you get really good at it.